He is such a baby, guys.
He's being so needy, which is so sad.
I know.
It makes this so much worse.
Look at him. Oh, Hero. Oh my gosh. Are you okay, buddy? Yeah,
What?
Champ's gonna be the hardest one.
What?
60 pounds? Wait, are you? So Walter? Hero. I know, buddy. It's my own fault. Daddy spoiled you rotten over the first few months of your life. Hey guys, Ellie and Megan here. Today, oh boy, today is a really, really big day for the sanctuary. And it starts with what we got in the back seat over there. Why don't you show them what we got back there, Lovey?
As long as you go with the green light.
Oh, it's green?
It's green.
Okay. Look at that, guys. We got 3. Can you, oh man, they're all smushed back there. We got big old Hero, even bigger Walter Melon, and even,
Hi, Walter.
and even biggest Champ back there, guys.
Champ's not happy.
Oh my goodness.
Hi, Hero.
Who is this? That's not Hero.
Yeah, Hero's
This right
looking.
here? Okay.
Hero.
Who's
This
that?
is Walter.
That's Walter right there.
And then Champ's back there pouting.
They want to come up front with us so bad.
No, Hero wants to come up front with us
Walter
so bad.
looks like he wants to also.
No, Hero. See, Hero's going to try to do it. He's
Yeah.
already hurt me
Aw.
doing that. No, Hero.
Yeah, he jumped up on the dash or whatever this is right here on the
He's
side.
too big.
Yeah.
He's simply too big. Hi, Walter. Old Mama was not happy about this.
No, when we took our baby away.
Screaming bloody murder.
Yeah, they'll be back, old mama, soon enough. Don't worry.
A little bit less of a man, but it's okay.
But no, guys, y'all got to be wondering, what could Ellie and Meg be doing with
3
the
goats.
3 baby goats in the back of their truck, driving, obviously taking them somewhere? Where are we taking them? Are we rehoming them? Absolutely not. Not in a billion years, especially not Hero.
No.
What else could that mean? Could we be getting them fixed or neutered? Yes, that's exactly what we're doing today. We called it, I forget, there was a name that I had. It was a funny alliteration, like Missing Manhood Monday.
I think it was something like that. Missing Manhood Monday.
Yeah, because today's Monday and they're about to be missing their manhood pretty soon here.
Technically, they're going to keep their manhood.
They won't be able to reproduce anymore. They're getting fixed. And so the method that we're using to fix them, I don't think that we've ever used it at the sanctuary before, but I know Meg and her family have used it for their goats.
Time and time again.
They have a herd of 28 goats, and so it's always been safe every single time. So I feel good about doing this method because I wouldn't want anything but the safest for our babies, especially for Hero. But basically, if y'all have ever heard of crimping, why don't you briefly explain what it is?
So what we're going to do is we're taking them to a vet. Big Thicket doesn't do it, but we're taking them to a vet that we've been to that has crimped. Sorry if this is shaking. My hands are like, I'm trying to hold up Ellie's heavy phone and then trying to keep the goats from coming up on the dash.
Yeah, Hero already jumped up on the dash one time and smushed your arm.
We got bruises to prove and dirt and poop to prove. But so crimping, what you do is you take, it's kind of like pliers. Maybe I'll see if the vet can show us what they look like specifically. Hi, boys. And essentially they just take that piece of metal, they give them a tetanus shot because they're using metal, and they crimp the vessel that allows the little swimmers to reproduce.
It basically just disconnects. That's all it is.
It's essentially a vasectomy.
Yeah.
It's a vasectomy. Let's call it what it is. And so what will happen is the boys will get to keep their nuts, but they're going to shrivel up. They'll shrivel up, but there's no incision, there's no banding, it's nothing. They're gonna screech for like probably 5 seconds while they're doing it because it hurts, okay? Every method hurts somehow. But this is the quick and easy over. So they're gonna screech. That's why we're gonna do Hero first so Dad doesn't freak out. And then they'll be sore. They might walk a little funny. They'll have some marks by their little balls. But after that, they're gonna be just fine. They're gonna walk around and do their thing. They'll eat.
I'm trusting you, Lovey, because you say that within about, let's say, half an hour, it'll be like it never happened. Is that correct?
Okay, they're gonna be sore. They're gonna be sore, but they're not gonna be sore enough that it impedes daily function. You know, when you band a lot,
It'll be like when you get a shot in your arm or whatever, just sore for a few days.
that. But, you know, I mean, it's going to hurt, okay? But it's not like banding where you're losing circulation to that area. That hurts. Most goats will stop eating and drinking when banding. They lay around all day. In my experience, the most dramatic goat that we've had that got banded, he probably for 2 hours pouted and was just laying on the ground. That's...
I don't know. The other two methods were obviously banding, which we've done on the sanctuary before. In my experience, Huck, Brady, and Manny did fine with the banding, but I wasn't there every day to see if they were really sore, if they were like miserable and stuff like that. And then with Bam Bam, obviously, there's a chance that the banding, after he was already too grown and developed down there, there's a chance the banding could have led to the complications that he ended up passing from. So I'm a little scared of banding ever since then. And then I don't got to tell you guys how anesthesia can be really dangerous for goats. We don't want to subject them to anesthesia,
especially so young.
So young, and incision. And then this method right here, it does seem barbaric. It makes me cringe a little bit, but it's not invasive. And so
I'm trying to see.
It goes peace out. Saying my prayers that it goes.
I'm trying to see it from your point of view of how it can be barbaric, because when we got them fixed, we had no idea what we were going into, and we just took them and they just did it right in front of us. And the screeching is sad, okay? It's sad, but it stops, you know. And they will be sore, and they might make some sad noises, but long term, I think it's the easiest and safest measure. But I understand how it's probably going to look barbaric.
That's the other thing too with banding, is that these are Boer goats. We haven't had Boer goats on the sanctuary before, so even right now they're probably already too big to do banding, or close to maybe.
I don't know.
I don't think Brady, Manny, and Huck, they got bigger, but I don't even think they were that big when we did the banding for them. They were pretty little.
I don't know. We'll see if they let us video.
Yeah. Yep. All right, guys, here we are on our way to get them fixed. Say your prayers for us, for them rather, for all of us.
Yeah, we'll be just fine. We'll be just fine.
Alrighty, guys, we're here. Mama is going inside. As you can see, she's gonna tell them that we have arrived. Who is this? Walter? Are you ready, buddy? He's just staring into my soul right now. I don't know what he's thinking or what he's doing. Who else we got back here? We got Champ. Champ's trying to look out the window. Hey, Peppy. There's my boy. There's my boy. Every time Daddy calls, he comes. Come on, baby. There's my good boy. You sniffing Walter's ear? Y'all having so much fun back there, guys? I honestly think they had a fun car ride. This is a big old truck, so they're really not that smushed back there. You can see that there's plenty of room for all three of them. They can fit easily. Yeah, you can tell, guys. They're actually fitting really good back there in a big old truck. This is awesome. All right, guys. Hero's gone and done it. He snuck in the front because Meg went to go check us in. I can't stop him now. Baby, what are you doing, Hero? Oh, my goodness. Look at Walter. Walter's just looking at him like he's nuts. Walter's just like, dude, you're insane. You're literally insane. Oh, buddy. You missed your daddy. Oh, gosh, this is going to be hard. Guys, he's growing so much. He don't fit in my lap like he used to anymore. When I first took him to the vet, y'all remember when I took him and he was sitting in my lap? That's not possible anymore. There's just simply not enough space up front over here. Hero. I know, buddy. It's my own fault. Daddy spoiled you rotten over the first few months of your life.
How do we feel?
I'm so terrified.
She just asked me, she pulled me aside, she goes, have you done this before? I said, yeah, I've done it a bunch of times. I said, he hasn't though. And he's a little scared. She goes, did you give him the rundown? I said, I gave him a rundown. Are you like seriously okay?
I'm okay. He's my baby.
I told her we have to do him first because of you. And he goes, you're just looking at him and I'm just like, this is why we have to do him first.
7, Hero.
Is that how much he weighs?
I know.
That doesn't seem...
So
37.5 pounds? No way.
What about Champ? Good lord.
Champ said I weigh like 60 or 65 or something. Oh my...
You had to like deadlift Champ. Like it was
Yeah,
scary.
Champ was...
Fall backwards.
Yeah, Champ was so heavy. Golly.
What are you doing?
Oh my goodness, that's crazy.
I know.
I did not think he weighed that much.
I'm sorry. This is gonna be
37.5 pounds. That makes me, honestly, that makes me more proud of myself than I realized. I didn't realize I was that strong. Probably 2 or 3 times a day he goes somewhere he shouldn't, so I have to pick him up and carry him back. I've been carrying dang near 40 pounds multiple times a day.
That's why I refuse to pick him up.
Oh well, he's pretty strong. I didn't realize I was that strong, guys, you know. He is such a baby, guys.
He's being so needy, which is so sad.
I know.
It makes this so much worse.
He's trying to jump in my lap, dang near.
Boy.
Baby, you love your daddy so very much. You're doing anything. I'm not even petting him. Look at this guy. Look at him. Oh, oh my gosh. Are you okay, buddy?
Yeah. What happened? Yeah, there you go.
Oh, we're jumping in my lap. Okay. Yeah.
He's got little nuts.
Yeah. Guys, we asked the doctor, and she said that you're allowed to record, but she'd prefer not to, and so we'll respect her wishes and not record the actual procedure itself. For some of you more sensitive viewers, that's probably better anyways, not to have to see this, but
You can find it on YouTube, I'm sure.
yeah, go look up some YouTube clips of crimping if you want to see what it looks like, but
He'll give you his report of how he feels about how it actually went.
This'll be-
I'm not concerned.
this will be the last time that I speak to you guys until after it's done, so I'll catch y'all on the flip side, my friends. Oh my gosh, guys. Oh my goodness. Hey baby. It's happened, guys. It happened. He's fine. They did a really good job. He didn't scream as bad as I thought he would. It wasn't bad. It's just, golly, my heart skipped a beat. Just, I guess when you're that worried and that nervous, even if something goes perfectly, I would say it went perfectly. They did a good job. He was totally fine. Even right now, he's a little bit on the, kind of a little bit down because he's probably sore, but he's fine. Even when something like that goes perfectly, you just need a little bit to compose yourself and calm yourself down, because man, the anxiety, the stress was through the roof right there. But they did a good job. I can see how Meg said this is the safest way to do it. There's no incision, it's not invasive at all, no anesthesia. It's just really quick and simple. A little barbaric, but sometimes the things that seem barbaric are actually the safest and the easiest. And so I'm glad he's okay. Thank you, Jesus, that everything went okay. Hey, my boy, I'm so sorry, buddy. I love you so very much. You have no idea, hero. He don't have his same little playful energy, but he's fine though. He's good. After it was done, he kind of hopped down and he went into my arm, and I picked him up and I held him and loved on him and stuff, and then he I think he's okay. I know he's okay. Right now, Meg is in there with Walter. Walter's going second, and then Champ will go last. So I'm just here kind of basically being here for Hero while they're doing Walter, and she'll text me when Walter's done, and I needed to bring Champ in. Crazy, guys. Crimping. Crimping. Yeah, Champ's gonna be the hardest one.
What?
60 pounds? Wait, are you? So Walter weighed 40 something and Champ weighed 60?
I just went back to see what the memory said.
Oh my. Look what I find, guys. We just came and put Champ back. Look who's jumped in my seat. Babby, what are you doing, hero? Oh my goodness, guys. Alrighty, guys. You see who I got here? Love you in my lap.
Mr. Hero.
Oh, I know. You've been with me the whole time. We're almost home now. The whole vet ordeal, I think it was a good experience. I'm really appreciative, and I'm blessed that the vet, I don't know the doctor's name, but she did a really good job.
She did a really great
She
job.
made us feel comfortable and at ease. She could tell I was nervous as heck for my first time watching this happen. And so she kind of taught me through what they were doing, and it all went good. Hero, Walter, and Champ are okay. The only Poor Champ. What's he doing back there, by the way?
Just standing.
Do you see him? Oh, that's him right there.
Oh yeah.
He does look so fat. Oh my goodness.
Don't worry, we're not being insulting. She pretty much called him fat.
She said that Champ is pretty well overweight, and so we needed to take some precautions to make sure that he can start losing weight, or at least not gain anymore that rapidly. Because the thing is that Hero and Champ are both 9 weeks old, and Walter's 11 weeks old. Hero, as you saw, what did he weigh? 37 pounds?
Something like that.
So maybe Hero's like about at normal, maybe a tad bit under, but somewhat close. Walter at 11 weeks they said he was about 45 pounds.
40 to 45.
45, let's say, because he feels a little heavier than Hero. And so that 11 weeks and 45 pounds is a little bit reasonable. But Champ, as y'all saw, only 9 weeks old. He weighs 60 pounds already. That is like terribly obese.
Bad. It's bad.
Really obese. And so, yeah, the vet told us that, and she asked what we feed them, and I said we feed grain. Now, I've already cut down their grain a little bit.
He actually pretty much said during the spring and when grass and hay are good quality, you don't have to feed grain at all for them to maintain a healthy weight. Because if they're on grain, I didn't even know this, they can get kidney stones from too much protein that they don't need.
And so it's nothing like, holy moly, that person almost. People don't know how to drive or look direct.
They were just going to jump right out in front of us.
I'm surprised I didn't smack them.
I'm really
in a big old truck, so I would have plowed them into the ditch over there.
And they would have said it would have been your fault too.
No, they wouldn't. Definitely not. Absolutely not. I'm thankful everybody's okay. But yeah, people. If I was a dictator of a country, I would use my power for good. And so one example of a change I would make is I would make it extremely difficult and extensive to get a driver's license, just to ensure that those that are on these roads are as safe as humanly possible, that they have the utmost training and responsibility in a vehicle, because people will like drive their car and get away with it with like an expired driver's license, and the driver's ed that you take is like far too easy, and so there's just so many dangerous drivers on these roads. I literally just encountered one right now, and so I was talking about what I would do if I was a dictator. That's one thing I would definitely do, is I would make sure the rates of car crash fatalities and injuries just go straight down, like to almost zero.
Yeah, but that wouldn't happen because people would still do it illegally.
And I would make really harsh punishments for people driving illegally. There's some countries where they near you shoplift or something, they'll saw your arms off or something. I know it sounds like terribly barbaric and stuff like that, and so maybe I wouldn't go that far, but I bet you people ain't shoplifting in those areas, you know what I mean? That's all besides the point. I don't even know. That's all besides the point. Anyways, as far as Champ goes, no drastic changes need to be made or anything crazy. We just need to cut down on his food a tiny little bit. He is still feeding off of his mama, and he might be a little bit old for that, so maybe we take old mama back to Papa's house. That's where old mama originally came from anyway, so she probably...
I don't know, though. I feel like her...
Okay, Carrie seems like she's enjoying herself here and like she's happy. Old mama just kind of gives me the vibe like she could care less where she's at, kind of a thing, or that she would be fine going back to Papa's.
I feel bad giving her back, though. You know, I love her.
Like Carrie, I don't know. Carrie just seems like vibrant, I guess. Like Carrie, I have a harder time sending back, but especially if it's for Champ's health.
I know.
I don't know. Y'all let me know what y'all think in the comment section about that. But that's an idea she threw out.
Oh boy, y'all are starting to stink. It's a good thing we got y'all fixed.
Maybe you separate Champ from his mom to try to help him.
She did heavily suggest that.
Yeah, and then give them what grain they need to have nourishment when the grass is low, but don't go too crazy on the grains and stuff like that. So those are little minor changes we might be looking at going forward, but that's nothing drastic, nothing terrible or anything. As far as right now, we're blessed, we're happy, we're healthy. Our animals likewise are blessed, healthy, and happy, and so we do not need Hero wiggling around. We're so close to home, buddy. Just sit still for probably 5 more minutes. Alrighty, guys. Well, that right there was crimp day. I'm still a little traumatized, but I'll get over it with time. I hope y'all enjoyed. Y'all be sure to let me know in the comments what kind of stuff you guys want to see. I hope you all have an incredibly blessed day. as I always say, your boy Ellie out.